Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching SAMAA News. Here are today's headlines. The longest ever US government shutdown has ended. Federal employees have returned to work in Washington after President Donald Trump signed legislation ending the 43-day shutdown. The House of Representatives approved the stopgap funding bill late Wednesday, reopening key government services and ensuring back pay for hundreds of thousands of workers. The deal extends funding through January 30th, easing immediate pressure on food assistance and air traffic control, just weeks before the busy Thanksgiving travel season. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen has said that using frozen Russian assets is the most effective way to finance Ukraine's needs. Speaking at the European Parliament, she said European Union countries could use the bloc's budget headroom, raise funds individually, or offer a reparations loan based on immobilized Russian assets. Von der Leyen said the loan plan would best sustain Ukraine's defense and economy. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has visited troops fighting in the southeastern Zaporizhzhia region. A short video released on his social media shows him inside a bunker meeting soldiers. Zelensky said he discussed ways to strengthen Ukraine's defences, including staffing and equipment needs. On the other hand, the Kremlin says Ukraine will have to negotiate with Russia sooner or later, warning that Kiev's position is worsening by the day. Spokesman Dmitry Peskov said Moscow remains open to talks, but will continue fighting if no political solution emerges. German authorities have identified the northern city of Hamburg as the location where a sewage sample containing the wild form of the polio virus had been found, saying a task force had been established and more samples would be taken. The nation's main public health body said that the wastewater test at an unspecified German location was positive for the wild polio virus, in a setback for efforts to rid the world of the deadly disease. A coalition led by Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani has come first in Iraq's parliamentary election. The Independent High Electoral Commission said his coalition received 1.317 million votes in Tuesday's election. Sudani is seeking a second term, but many disillusioned young voters see the vote simply as a vehicle for established parties to divide Iraq's oil wealth. However, Sudani tried to cast himself as the leader who could make Iraq a success after years of instability, arguing he had moved against established parties that brought him to power. Turkey's defense ministry says its main expectation from a planned international stabilization force in Gaza is for it to provide guarantees that the fragile ceasefire will last. NATO member Turkey has been one of the most vocal critics of Israel's devastating two-year assault on Gaza, calling it a genocide. It has emerged as a critical player and mediator in ceasefire efforts, voicing a desire to join the stabilization force despite Israel's repeated objections. A light truck crashed into a market in South Korea, ploughing 150 meters along a passageway lined with stalls before coming to a halt, killing 2 people and injuring 18. The incident took place at a market located in Bucheon, about 20 kilometers west of the capital, Seoul. 2 people who had suffered cardiac arrest were later confirmed to have died. The truck appeared to reverse for 28 meters before accelerating towards the outdoor market. Meanwhile, House Democrats have released emails that they say raise new questions about President Donald Trump's ties to Jeffrey Epstein and how much he knew about Epstein's abuse of underage girls. The Democrats released messages between Epstein and author Michael Wolff and Ghislaine Maxwell, a British socialite who is serving a 20-year prison sentence on charges related to her role in facilitating Epstein's sex trafficking. In one 2019 email to Wolff, Epstein, a convicted sex offender, wrote that Trump knew about the girls. Trump has accused Democrats of releasing the emails to distract from the record 43-day shutdown of the government. The Tri-Nation 2020 International Series featuring hosts Pakistan, as well as Sri Lanka and Zimbabwe, will be played entirely in Rawalpindi from November 18th, the Pakistan Cricket Board (PCB) said on Thursday, after this week's suicide bombing in the capital, Islamabad. The series, seen as key preparation for next year's T20 World Cup in India and Sri Lanka, had originally scheduled 5 matches in Lahore. It will follow Pakistan's remaining 2 one-day international matches against Sri Lanka in Rawalpindi on Friday and Sunday. And Russia's first AI-powered humanoid robot fell face down during its debut in Moscow. The robot, named AI Doll, lost balance while waving to the audience. Developers say they'll learn from the mistake, calling it part of the robot's experience. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.SAMAA TV. Thank you for watching SAMAA News.